have a few quotes to sprinkle a little motivation into your day.
Why is it funny?
I don't know. So
Talk then.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Hey guys, welcome back to Giggles and Real Talk. If this is your first time here, I'm Sis.
And I'm Kimmy, and yes, we're sisters, same blood, same chaos.
And if you listen to episode 1, you already know what you signed up for. You're gonna get laughs, honesty, and real life conversations in our podcast.
And if you haven't listened yet, pause this, go back, then come right back here. We'll wait.
Go and listen to episode 1.
Yeah.
And it is our first one, so forgive us if it's not the greatest. We're still learning, all of this is really new to us. Yeah, we hope that you really like it. We hope that you can join us on our journey and we can create a community. But yeah, go and listen to it and then come right back. Today's episode though is about everyday wins and fails, Kimmy. Mm-hmm. So because we know that life loves to humble us, right? And it humbles us when we least expect it.
I do agree. And let's start with the wins first, because why don't we just celebrate ourselves? I mean, I feel like we don't celebrate ourselves enough.
I don't think so. I feel like, sometimes we sort of focus more on the fails than on our wins, and we sort of overlook them. So yeah, next section is going to be about wins and fails. So now we're going to talk about our wins. My win this week was actually sticking to my to-do list. Not all of it, because I don't think I always achieved that, but I do feel like it's enough just for me to feel like I'm a functioning adult. That just feels like my win.
No, that's a really good one. That's a big win, I feel like. Well, I think my win is like waking up early without snoozing my alarm about 10 times. I feel like that's growth, especially at this time. It's like winter. Well, I would say it's peak winter and it's so hard to get up in the morning. So yeah, I would say that I'm trying to wake up early, and it's actually kind of working. It's getting there.
It felt like -6.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, we are filming this January the 7th, like peak of winter. So yeah,
that's why I'm wearing my favorite jumper, because this is like a blanket jumper. It keeps me so warm.
Yeah,
I have to wear this. Without this, I can't go anywhere.
Definitely.
Cool.
Now onto the fails, because balance. And to be honest, I don't really like the word fails. I like just improving on things. To be honest, like if you didn't achieve something one day, that's okay. You can see your different patterns and you can learn from yourself. Everything, I just feel like it's just like trial and improvement. But in terms of it just calling like wins and fails, I guess, what would you say is one thing that you can improve, not necessarily a failure?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if this is necessarily a failure, or I mean, I would say one thing I feel like I need to improve on, or maybe it's a good thing, is like, I don't know if many people can relate with this, is I have a hard time finishing a book. I read a few pages here and there, and then I jump into something new. I get bored of just reading, like I read like few pages and then I move on to something completely different, like genre, and then I get bored of that, and then I end up reading another book. I don't know why that happens to me. And then I go back into square one again, reading the first book I left off, which I was like, okay, maybe I found that a bit interesting. I like reading books. I just move on to different books entirely after a few pages.
I think it's fine, I mean, there's no such rule that says that you just have to read one book, and if you are reading multiple books, you're just taking in different knowledge from different genres. You're probably reading fiction or non-fiction. I see it as just like watching different YouTube videos also. You're just learning about different things, and you might just find a book or two that you're more interested in, and then you might actually start to read more of it. But you love reading, and if you're reading multiple books and you're having fun and if you're enjoying yourself, that's the main thing.
I know.
So it's not a failure.
I mean, I don't know if this is like a weird kind of thing, because but I generally like doing that. Well, I don't know if that's just me. I don't know how anyone else is, but I feel like that's just me. And
I think there are lots of people who are like that. I know people who do read like multiple books, and some people can stick with it, some people can't, but that's okay.
Yeah, that is it.
For me, I feel like I've been really consistent with my workouts, but I do feel like now that it's winter, it is getting really hard. Like that discipline, that motivation is just not always there. And I think I find it hard just to get out of bed. I think that's like the main thing for me, and so it is something that I would like to improve on. But I do like, it's been such a pattern over the years. I just noticed that when the weather is better, I do want to work out more consistently, and when it is cold, I just don't really feel like working out all the time. I do work out and I try my best to be consistent, but it's not as much. But hey, not every day is going to be like fully perfect, and that's okay. But I just tell myself that if I can make it to the gym, if I can work out, and if it's not like the perfect workout, that's okay. As long as I moved my body, I did something.
Yeah.
That still counts.
Yeah, I feel like especially when it's winter time, it's hard to get out of bed as it is.
Yeah.
Especially when you need to wake up early in the morning and then it's too dark outside. It's like the days are just a lot more shorter and I can't stand it. I just don't like the darkness outside. Like this thing of just like when it's by the time it's like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, it's gone dark again. I can't stand it. So I understand how hard it is, and I can't wait for spring when days are just warmer and just longer. I just really just can't. I love this jumper, but I need to get out of this jumper as well at the same time. And like I just want to wear my t-shirts and just breathe.
Do you know what it is? I just don't want to wear layers. Like it's the layering, and like you have to wear joggers and then you have to wear a t-shirt and hoodies and a jacket and a hat and all of that. It's just like it's such an event almost just to even just go to Sainsbury's or Tesco, and it's like. But anyways, we can go on and on about the British weather, but hey, I guess those were some of the things that we can improve, not necessarily as fails. So now we're going to have a real talk moment and we're going to be doing some self-reflection. Kimi, do you want to go first?
I would say this is way more like something I've been reflecting, especially recently. One thing I learned is that small changes work better than trying to fix everything at once. I feel like I can't think of many things at once. I need to do everything step by step in order for me to achieve something. So I'll say, for instance, like slowly waking up earlier instead of completely changing my morning. I'm a person that likes to wake up earlier, but nowadays I'm struggling. And my bed is so warm and I don't want to get out of bed. So I'm struggling a little bit, to be honest. Yeah. But I set my alarm clock, for instance, like at 8 a.m. But I try to wake up at least like 15 minutes earlier so I can ease into the morning to avoid hitting the snooze button. That's something that I'm working on now, and I feel like it's kind of working. Like I feel like I can make the effort to go to bed also earlier as well. Yeah. Though there are times like I end up sleeping late. Unfortunately, those days do happen. But I still try to wake up early. And yeah, that's something that I'm working on right now, and I feel like it's kind of working in my favor to give that at least 15 minutes like earlier to wake up. Well, then a set alarm.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that you're not woken up by mum's music, because
oh my god,
she's playing that music literally morning, like throughout the day, in the night, and you can hear it. And every time we hear it, we just literally look at each other and be like, what is she listening to? But these are like really like Bengali traditional music. But then she does also hear like verses from the Quran and nasheeds, but it's those Bengali music that she starts blaring early in the morning. So that should be actually a good alarm for you to get out of bed.
Oh my god, she wakes up so early because she wakes up early to pray. Yeah. The first prayer, and then
well, just so everybody knows, she doesn't play those songs at that time. Yeah. But probably like later on in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But sometimes she does do it early in the morning. Well,
that's okay.
No, she doesn't do it early in the morning. But sometimes I wake up maybe like 8 o'clock. Obviously, that's like past the prayer time, I think. Yeah. And then I'm hearing all this blaring Bengali music in the background, and I'm like,
some of them are really.
This is not the time for me to wake up.
Some of them are really upbeat. Some of them are really depressing. And some of them just sound weird.
No, but it's outrageous, and she puts it so loud, which sometimes you can't hear them. And I'm just like, can you put the volume down or something? Or
why are you listening? Can't hear. She's like, like she has like hearing loss, like progressive hearing loss. So for her, what sounds normal is blaring to us. Anyways, I think for me, my reflection, I think like I find this difficult, honestly. Like I do, because my life centers around my to-do list, right? And that has everything from what I need to do to, sort of like get through my day, whether that's like my workout, my meal prep, my work, everything. And I sometimes feel like if I don't get like the priority ones ticked off, it does bug me.
I do agree.
Yeah, it does. And I need to like just remind myself that I'm human. It's okay. There are days that I'll tick off everything. There are days that I'll get 8 out of 10. There are days I'll just get 2 out of 10. But yeah, I just have to like just remind myself, to be kind to myself, that it's okay certain things don't get done. But it does affect me. some days I think it affects me more and some days it doesn't. But I guess it's something that I'm still learning about myself, and I think I just need to let go just a little bit. But I think I'm such a control freak, right? Like, I like to control as much as I can, and I like to get things done and have my day planned. I think that the one good thing about us, and I think I can speak for you too, is that we reflect a lot. Like, we have the most self-awareness that we always want to like improve ourselves and try to make better choices. And it can be messy and sometimes it doesn't go plan, but that's absolutely fine because it's part of growth. And I feel like we've grown so much, and that comes with just like, you know, making mistakes and like just trying your best. I think that's the main thing, right? You just have to try your best, give it your all, and if you achieve it, great. If not, we'll try again the next day.
All of this is like a real takeaway. Like, progress is, I feel like, it is self-compassion.
I agree. So that was our real talk moment. I don't know if some people could relate to us, and you know, maybe some people said, oh, that's me too. But yeah, let us know in the comments, you know, if you did some self-reflection and what are some of the things that you feel that you do want to improve, and maybe some things, you know, you're like, you know what, I actually don't need to improve it. I'm okay, and I just need to be kinder to myself. I'm just human, and I'm trying my best. So now we're going to be talking about hacks and advice. So here's a mix of practical mind hacks and time-saving strategies. And today we're going to be talking about productivity, but in a realistic way, Kimmy.
It's like general, but be hardcore realistic.
Yeah.
So not the wake up at 5 a.m. and change your lifetime, because I cannot ever do that. If someone didn't even tell me to do that, I'm like, no. Who are you?
But you know what? I can wake up. Do you know what it is? I wake up at 5 a.m. depending on, you know, where we are in the year to wake up, but to pray. But I don't know if I can wake up at that time to do things. I don't know. Maybe I just need to learn to do it. But I think let's start small.
Yeah.
Let's start small and let's see how we go. So for me, the first productivity hack I would say is the 2-minute rule, which I always use. I feel like if there's going to be a task that's going to take just 2 minutes, whether that's just cleaning up my desk or doing the dishes, I do try my best just to do it, knowing that, you know, it's going to take me just 2 minutes, because I can spend an hour just thinking about it in my head, and then that's just going to annoy me. But I feel like if I just get up and then I do it, then it's just like one task just ticked off. I think it just helps with procrastination. I also use something called time blocking. So I try to split my day into chunks where I sort of dedicate certain times of the day to do meal prepping, or to like do errands, or even just to, you know, take a break like at work. So I know that it would, you know, take a break during this time, you know, maybe eat a snack, maybe watch a show or something. And I feel like if I do that, if I time block, then it just helps me to stop feeling overwhelmed. Like before, I was saying that if I don't do everything on my to-do list, I feel like I haven't achieved everything. But I do try my best that if I can sort of group things, then I can get more stuff done.
Yeah, it's like so batching things.
Yeah.
One group.
How about you?
I think that's a really good takeaway, actually. I really like that one.
Yeah.
I always say another one I like is eat the frog. Doing the hardest or the most important thing first. I think so I can get out of the way in the day.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to get out of the way. I feel like it really does help me, like first thing in the morning. I like one of them could be, for instance, like I don't like doing this. It's cleaning my floor and hoovering. I don't like cleaning. I just don't like cleaning. But hoovering is one thing I just don't like. So when I get that out of the way, the first thing is like, okay, then I can just maybe have my coffee and then, you know, do the rest of the stuff like more easily.
Yeah.
So get the hot thing out of the way first.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, and I feel like my space feels better, and it really helps reduce like my mental clutter for the rest of the day as well. It sets the tone first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I feel like. So
I like that.
That's
cool.
what I do, yeah. Alright, let's go to mental and emotional hacks. One mental hack I use is micro meditation. Literally, it's like taking a deep breath when things feels overwhelming. It's so simple, but it really helps me like reset. It's like take a deep breath. It's so simple. It's the most basic thing ever, but it really does help me when I feel like suddenly things like trigger me or I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, so yeah. I feel like do you feel that sometimes like throughout the day you didn't breathe?
Yeah.
Like we are breathing, but sometimes we just feel like, oh my God, I just need to take like a deep breath because I just feel like I haven't been breathing or something.
Yeah.
So I think it does help, micro meditation.
And then I just seem to just instantly just relax a little bit, or I can breathe more.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense. Yeah.
We also do gratitude snapshots on our gratitude app. So I think it really helps to just write down one small thing if you can every day, something that you're grateful for, something that you're thankful for. It doesn't have to be anything big, but I think just doing that consistently, it does sort of like shift your mindset, and it helps you to focus on the positives. So like for me, that's been a really, really big thing. I've been doing gratitude journaling for like almost 10 years now. And
oh wow, that's been that long.
Like every day. So I do I write like sort of two sort of, it's like affirmations, or I guess like two things that I'm grateful for every single day, and I've been doing that consistently for like almost 10 years.
Even on the days like we don't feel so great, because I also do it as well. I also do gratitude journaling too, and I think I started off because of my sisters, because she started doing it, that's why I started doing it. But even on days like when you just don't feel so great, you just look at the gratitude app and you look at some quotes, and this is the one basic thing that you're grateful for. Like for instance, like I feel like it's so minute, but I feel like it's a big thing. It's like I'm warm, I'm eating hot foods, and some people they're not getting those hot foods outside, especially when we see homelessness and stuff like that. It's like the most basic thing when when everything feels wrong around you, but it's that one small thing of just you're feeling warm at home. I feel like that's a big takeaway for me, especially lately. I've been just observing that a lot more.
I love that.
Something small, but it's also quite big.
It makes a big impact,
I feel like.
And I think another one for me, and this is something that I've been doing quite recently actually, it's called naming the feeling. And sometimes we just feel a certain way, like we feel low, we feel sad, and we just don't know why. It could be like, I just feel anxious and I just don't know what the reason is. And I think just us women, like our body goes through so many different changes throughout the month, like one day you're ovulating and then you're in your period. And like sometimes when I feel low, I try to find the reason as to why I'm feeling like that. I'm like, oh, is it because of work? Is it because of me? Is it because of someone? And sometimes I just want to say, no, it is because I'm just on my period, and that's the only reason, and I can just accept that. And I feel like just naming the feeling, it does actually reduce the intensity of it, and it just feels like it makes me just feel like I can manage my emotions a little better.
I agree, because I feel like also I can spiral a lot of things in my head and start overthinking things. So once I finally blurt out or just say how I'm feeling, it's almost like it justifies how I feel, and I'm like, it starts to make sense, as opposed to just like, am I like losing it or something like that. So that really does help. It's like naming the feeling. And one thing I do is I used to journal all the time, like writing down on my journal, and recently I haven't been doing that. I don't know why. As soon as I open a book to write, there's always a blank, like I can't seem to write some things down. But I'm always outside all the time. I don't always stay home because I work. So because I don't have a journal with me, what I do is on my phone, in my device, I start recording myself, and almost like I'm having a conversation with myself, and I just randomly start talking about how I just feel. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, or if I feel like I'm being triggered by someone, or by myself, or something has been done, I start just talking, like literally random, like out of nowhere, just start talking. And I feel like when I start listening back, it actually helps me to just calm down and understand what I'm truly feeling. Like it's I hope people don't think I'm crazy, like,
no,
because I have my headphones on, so I feel like it looks like I'm walking, and like seems like I'm talking to myself, but maybe, well, I don't know if it's like I'm talking to myself, but people might think that I'm talking to myself. I'm on the phone, but I feel like because I don't have a notebook to write, so I record myself, and I feel like it really does work for me. That's what I do.
Well, I don't feel like that's crazy. I think that's really cool, and I think different things work for different people. And if that is something that helps you to understand your feelings better, then you should do that. No, that is really, really cool, and thank you for sharing that with us. And if other people do it, please let us know. If you have any mental or emotional hacks that you think you might be able to share with other people that might help them too. So no, that was actually a really good one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a great thing, but for me it works.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so our final hack, which is the mindset hack. One mindset hack I really like is progress, not perfection. It's all about focusing on small wins every day instead of waiting for the perfect conditions to start something. Even tiny steps count, like finishing one task on your to-do list or just showing up when you don't feel 100%. I feel like over time, those small, little wins add up and make a big difference.
I agree. I feel like just doing something every single day, and when 3 months have passed by, you're like, wow, I actually, really worked on this, and I really progressed, and I wasn't perfect every day, but I made progression. For me, I feel like this is one of my favorite things, and it's a great mindset hack. I think for me, I really love treating mistakes as feedback, and it's not proof of failure.
I agree.
We're human, as we said. We are going to make mistakes, but I think it's just feedback to reflect and to improve. And we're all going to mess up sometimes. It doesn't mean that we're bad at what we do. We're not bad. I think it's about the intention and it's about the effort. And for me, I actually look at it as information.
Yeah.
So it's like I had this information today. How can I make it better tomorrow? And it's like, it didn't work today, but I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to try next time. And I'm going to try in a different way so that I can try to achieve it. And I feel like when I have that kind of hack in my head, it really takes the pressure off, and it actually helps me to learn faster. So it's not about just failing and staying down. I know it's such a cliche, but it's about just looking at your patterns, just observing yourself, and just doing some reflection. And I think that really helps to shift your mindset and just also see yourself in a better way.
Facts.
Yeah,
I do agree. I feel like it doesn't just end in failure. There's a reason why it's happened. So for you to lead to something else.
Exactly.
So it's more information rather than less information being stuck.
I see it as a win.
I think it's a
win.
clear win. There's a reason why it's happened. It's to set you for something else.
Something better and
bigger. There's a reason why it's happened. So
yeah,
it doesn't always end in failure. I don't even like the word failure. I feel like they need to change this word.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for me. I feel like it needs to be completely switched.
So now we're going to be talking about the spark of the day question. So Kimmy, no matter how your day went, what was the little spark that made it brighter?
I feel like even on a tough day, because some days can be really tough and I can feel very low, my little spark is like lighting a nice smelling fragrant candle. It's so small, but I feel like that's what makes like this slight shift of a difference in my mood. And I also like putting on some lo-fi music or some campfire music, just relaxing for a few minutes and just closing my eyes. It's so simple, but it makes me feel just calm and happier, like my own little world.
Yeah,
that's all it makes. It makes a difference.
I love that.
Yeah. How about you, Sissy?
For me, do you know what it is? This spark of my day, it's been here like ever since I knew TV.
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't matter how my day goes, good, bad, ugly, it doesn't matter. But I just feel like getting some nice food, because everyone knows I love food, having nice dinner and just chilling and just watching TV. I love watching YouTube. I love watching shows and films. I love watching The Sidemen, Beta Squad, or I just put on some reruns of my favorite shows. So I love watching The Gilmore Girls. I love watching Charmed. I love watching Sister Sister. Anyone who's from the 90s would know those shows. But yeah, it just makes me feel so relaxed and so happy and just in my space, and I feel at peace, I feel safe, I feel protected. And just a little story, sorry, I'm just like digressing a little bit, but I remember it sort of started in primary school, and our first lesson was I think at 9 a.m. And our school was only like a 5-minute walk, so we would leave roughly about I think 8:45, 8:50. And I would literally wake up at 7:30 in the morning, go downstairs, and the first thing I would do is just turn the TV on. And I mean, I can't remember what I would watch back then, to be honest.
Mom used to get annoyed.
Yeah, Mom would get like really annoyed, because she has to dress both of us and eat breakfast. And she would say that "Gumte kucho like gise TV dekhat," and like obviously we'd put the translation, but she'd be like, literally, as soon as you woke up, you started to watch TV. And she's like, eat your breakfast, get dressed, and trying to like get me out the door. And then I remember that Sabrina the Teenage Witch would come on, I think at 4 p.m. or 4:30. I think it was Nickelodeon. And I would literally just race home, just sit there, and then I'll watch it. And I'm not sure about every Asian household, but in our one, homework wasn't that big. Our mom was more concerned about the fact that we should eat our food. And I'm like, this is great. I'm watching TV. You're not going to tell me off, but you're going to be like, oh, eat some food. This is amazing. And then obviously afterwards, like I was a good student, right? So I would watch TV, I would eat my food, and then I would do my homework. Then I watch more TV again. But yeah, I mean, that spark of the day, I think people might expect like, oh, doing a kind gesture for someone or making someone smile, and I think those are like greater things obviously in the days. But I think on just like a normal day, my spark, just like yours, it's like, you know, you love to light a nice smelling candle and you know, just putting some music on. For me it's TV and food and just relaxing. So
I like it.
Yeah.
It's all like little small things.
Little small things, like, yeah.
And do you realize we just don't need anyone to make these differences? I feel like we
No.
just make ourselves happy by doing
yeah.
our own things. It's so small, but it makes a difference. So we are almost coming to the end of the podcast, and we are going to leave you with some quotes to sprinkle a little motivation into your day and lift your spirits. Do you want to say yours first?
Yeah, sure. So one of my favorite quotes I would say is, small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. And wins don't have to be huge to matter. Progress is progress, no matter how slow, and even tiny daily victories do count.
I do agree. I feel like if you truly want something, it will come your way. It's destiny. It's just meant to be.
Yeah.
Like no matter how long,
Yeah.
it's not. It's like it's about when. Like when it will but it will happen. If you truly want something, it will come your way.
Yeah, definitely. And I would say, don't compare yourself with others. Like, you're on your own journey. Take it at your own pace. And comparison is the thief of joy, as we all know it. And you don't have to achieve everything that everybody else is doing. You're unique in your own way. So yeah, just take small steps.
Yeah, I do agree. So my quote is, life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% how we react. I feel like your mindset makes all the difference. I give you one example, for instance. It's like a win has been finally stopping over-explaining myself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I used to give way too much detail trying to justify myself, but now I don't care so much about what people think. Even if I try to explain myself, some people are fixed on their own idea about me. So I've learned to just let it go. That feels, for me, it feels like a win.
Like, you don't owe anybody anything, and it's so great to know that you can just stop over explaining yourself, because no one should do that. No one needs to do that. Everyone should just be themselves. And it's like, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You don't, you know, that's not, you know, you can't please everybody. Not everybody's going to like you. Even if you do become the version that you want them, like if you become the version that they think you should be, it's still not enough. So you might as well just live your life.
I agree.
Yeah. And that's a wrap for episode 2. That was quite fun, wasn't it?
I think it was really fun.
Yeah, cool. Well, we hope you got some laughs and maybe a few relatable, oh, me too moments, and hopefully some tips you can actually use. Remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about little wins, being kind to yourself, and sometimes just surviving the day. Some days we thrive, some days we just survive, and that's absolutely fine.
Exactly. I feel like if you try one of our hacks or mindset tips, let us know how it goes. We love hearing from you. And yeah, thank you again for hanging out with us, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Giggles and Real Talk. Next week, we'll be diving into something really personal to us, mental health and social stigma. So make sure you tune in. Yeah, and until then, keep laughing, keep learning, and keep it real. And
bye!
Yeah,
Peace
bye.
out.
Peace!
But I do feel like there are still stigma around it, that not everybody feels like they can just openly express themselves and say how they feel.
I feel like sometimes also like brushed up with like, you be fine, or just stay positive. Like that fixes everything.
It could be that they are displaying something and feeling something completely different. Health is wealth. If you don't have your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, like, I feel like you have nothing.